This isn't a journey for the weak. This is a path for those willing to tear themselves apart and rebuild from the darkness. The reward? Transformation of yourself. Stronger, better, unbreakable. It is time to face the darkness within. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, called this darkness the shadow. It is the part of you that you shove into the corners of your mind because you can't handle it. But the shadow is not an isolated concept. To better understand it, we take a short look at Jung's comprehensive theory of the psyche, which he divided into three parts: the ego, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. The ego is your little conscious mind, encompassing your thoughts, memories, and emotions. It forms your fragile sense of identity. Don't fool yourself. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath your ego lies the personal unconscious, a storehouse of memories and experiences that aren't currently in your conscious awareness. This includes forgotten information and repressed memories, those things you pretend don't affect you, but actually control parts of your life. The collective unconscious contains the shared instincts and archetypes common to all humanity. These universal behaviors and symbols transcend cultures and historical periods, proving that your uniqueness is just another lie you tell yourself. We're not that different from our ancestors. We all have a dark side, our shadow. In analytical psychology, the shadow is the unconscious aspect of the personality that does not correspond with the ego ideal, leading the ego to resist and deny the shadow. In short, the shadow is your emotional blind spot, the part the ego does not want to acknowledge. Instincts, weaknesses, forbidden desires. Let's cut the crap. Interacting with your shadow isn't for the faint-hearted. It's a lifelong, grueling process that demands relentless self-awareness and moral integrity. The challenge is to harness the darkness, channel it in ways that align with your moral values. If you're brave and strong enough, here are the 5 steps to harness the power of your shadow. 1. Self-reflection. Stop lying to yourself. Take a long, hard look in the mirror and confront your darkest thoughts and feelings. Write them down. This isn't some feel-good journaling exercise. This is a ruthless excavation of your soul. Face the envy, the rage, the forbidden desires. Acknowledge their existence. Feeling envious of a friend's success? Admit it. Write down exactly why you're envious. Maybe it's because you're dissatisfied with your own achievements. Recognizing this is the first step to overcoming it. 2. Dream analysis. Your dreams are the battlefield where your shadow reveals itself. Those nightmares? They're not just random. They're your shadow screaming for attention. Stop ignoring them. Keep a dream journal and analyze recurring themes and symbols. Dreaming of being chased? This often represents something you're running from in real life. Identify what you're avoiding. Maybe it's a fear of failure or a repressed memory. Confronting your shadow doesn't mean giving in to the darkness. You're not here to become a monster, but to integrate and understand your darker side. Before we move on to the next step, you have to swear an oath, not to me, but to yourself. No matter how hard and tempting it may be, I will not be corrupted by the power of my shadow. I bet you think I'm crazy, but here's what I swear to you. You will think of these words a lot. You'd be surprised how many people become corrupted when they encounter the shadow. Just think about all the bosses at work or teachers at school who treat their employees and our youth like garbage. They have no control over their dark traits. They're pathetic and weak-minded. But don't worry, you are not alone. I will guide you. Here are the next steps so you can harness the power of your shadow without losing your moral compass. 3. Recognize your dark impulses without acting on them. Feel a surge of rage? Instead of lashing out, take a moment to breathe deeply. Understand that the feeling is a signal, not a command. Integration means recognizing your dark traits into your conscious personality in a way that makes you whole, not malevolent. 4. Your shadow is a source of raw power. Harness it wisely. Angry about injustice? Channel that anger into activism. Use it to fuel a positive change rather than destructive behavior. Protect those who cannot protect themselves. Become a voice for the voiceless rather than simmering in silent resentment. Use your newfound understanding to develop empathy. This isn't about becoming soft. It's about becoming capable of standing up against the evil and unjust. 5. You're in control, not your shadow. You always have a choice. Remember, this is about integration, not surrender. Align your actions with your core values. Just because you've acknowledged your shadow doesn't mean you abandon your principles. Use these insights to reinforce your moral framework. For example, understanding and realizing your capacity for anger can help you develop patience and control over it. Carl Jung's concept of individuation teaches us that integrating your shadow is not just a step towards wholeness, it's a transformation. Now it's time to thrive. No more excuses. You're powerful, fearless, and ready to conquer. But beware, just when you think you've conquered your shadow, it lurks with another battle, just around the corner. And then, you must remember the oath you've sworn.